Hello, everyone. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I moused over that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I've been busy with courses as per usual, but hold on. I don't even know if you can hear this, but no, sir. No, you get to hear us sing. I forget. I think this was from the. I don't know if this was late 60s or it was like late 60s or early 70s. I mean, you could kind of tell, but like, what's funny is this is obviously the song. You can't hear it, but it's the Whopper song. But it's the original ad that used that song that the new one, references. But so while we're waiting for Minecraft to load, let me see if I can find this. Burger King original Whopper commercial had a white and black version. I want to see if I can find a car. It had 74. Okay. So as you all know, I'm regularly watching a channel on my TV that's actually a, we'll say, undisclosed Twitch channel. But it's, using whatchamacallit, I can watch it on my TV. So this is Have It Your Way, 1974.
Have it your way, have it your way, have it your way at Burger King.
Obviously, the song references back to this.
May I help you, sir?
2 Whoppers, 2 Whopper Juniors, and
Damn,
4
we all
Coca-Cola.
hungry.
And would I have to wait long
Okay.
if you made 1 Whopper with no pickle and no lettuce?
No, sir. Hold the pickle, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way.
Oh, well,
Fucker.
in that case, could I have the other Whopper?
There we go. I wanted to see if I could find an actual. What's the Burger King? 19 customers searching sake being materially overstating the size of. I don't give a shit. I was hoping they would talk about because that's not the one that I was. Can have it your way, 1970, 74. But there was an actual version. Way commercial had an, let me try African American. It was literally an African American. It's the same commercial. I don't want to. I don't fucking want. I want to find the commercial, and all that I'm finding is fucking Facebook. I guess we gotta go to YouTube. Fuck me. Why is it so hard to find a fucking? I want to do. I leave it full screen because it makes it a little easier to focus, and I don't feel like Yeah. Notice anything different? Oh boy.
May I help you, sir?
Yeah, there goes that guy. I think that's even the same guy from the first commercial. Yep, there he goes. No, he doesn't have a family.
Help you, sir?
If I wanted
No, it's not the same. Because the one I saw was the one. Like he walks in and it's like he swaggers in the actual one. Goes on a burger I asked no pickles on. When my dad would drive us extra. Oh boy. There was a black McDonald's? Oh no. Yeah. Okay, that's it was the soul version, I guess. Yeah, see, there he is. And I mean the song's basically the same, but it's like
May I help you,
instead
sir?
of
If I
I
wanted
assume
a
it's like a
Whopper,
follow-up.
I-
And maybe it wasn't a race thing, maybe it was just
ask you to
appealing-
hold
it
the
was, but it was like appealing to the demographic, not
pickles and hold the lettuce. I know I'd get that fast. But would I get to hear you sing?
No, sir.
No?
to be
You
fair.
get to hear us sing.
I love
Girls?
the harmony they have. They did a
Ooh,
great job.
hold the pickle, hold the lettuce, special orders don't
But still.
upset us. All we ask is that you
I do find it kind of funny. Let me see if I can find it. I want to see if I can find any, like, history behind this. No, it's just... Okay, well. No answers. Alright, so, real quick, we're going to drop in on the original server, because I want you guys to see where we were. It's been a while. There we go. It's been a while, so I want you guys to know, why is it? Go to Stream Manager? Yes, that's what we want. Oh, I might have to edit it. Ooh, that's not okay. I don't even think that's my, you know why I think it's not working? That's not my IP address anymore, so. Dox these nuts. Ah! Yeah, that was not, that's, so if you're thinking you can dox me, that's the old, that's my old IP. Ah! That's why it wasn't working. It's actually kind of comic. This show, man. But yes, that commercial, that's a trip. Oh, this is, yeah, the chocolate man. So this is 1.7. It uses, loading in 1.7 was a bitch. I don't think, this just wasn't as optimized. Though I miss having Creative Plus as a game mode. I want to see, Minecraft, what happened to Creative Plus mode? Minecraft. So this is 1.7.10. It won't tell me. It won't tell me. I don't know what adds that, but it has like adventure mode. JEI doesn't. I like this menu a lot more. It looks a lot prettier. It's actually big enough that I can see. This is NEI. Yeah, now they use JEI. Hold on. JEI not as good as any, like also part of it is just the fact that I'm using I just hate it. I don't like JEI. This is a lot better. But anyway, make it day so we can. I added a chunk loader, so we can show lasers. Ooh, look at them lasers. Ooh, baby. Yeah, it modifies like. I honestly. Oh yeah, that's the one thing I miss. I have to figure out how to X. What I can press X and let me turn off the lasers because it does break the Nether Portal UI a bit, which I don't like. But I always like this, and then of course we've got, now this doesn't have any auto crafting, and I will say making these things in 1.7.10, I shouldn't say it's a bitch. I think it's, I don't know if it's easier. I put a little pulverizer here to pulverize stuff on demand. I do miss this layout, man. This was the shit. But, dude, 1.7 has gotten, like, you don't realize how old it is until, It's dumping oxygen. Oh no, I don't want it to dump oxygen. I don't think I have anything in here. Yeah, this is my ooh, I can put all this back. Let me see what ores we got. But well, you get the idea. So this was my house. It wasn't quite as nice as I built a so there's two iterations now of my 1.20 pack, and the 1.20 pack is the old iteration is generally no longer used. I'm gonna mine this out real quick. It's kind of sad on one level because it is I think it's generally nicer. Well, we'll just deal with that. I like this. I like how this came out a lot better. Let me go into creative so you guys can see, because like you've got the little. I built into the back into this big ass mountain, which doesn't exist in. It should be able to spawn, but it hasn't. Also, I haven't really explored this world a lot. There's some big water areas over here, and but like. Yeah, there's. Oh, that's my farm. I should build a farm in my modern one. Like, this definitely feels. Yeah, I might have cheated in a bit and went a little crazy with power generators to make sure I didn't have to worry about it. I did cheat in a. I will say, on some level, my I liked my 1.20, my original 1.20 house more. I did a little more beautification on it. I built a little factory behind it. It was pretty crazy. But this also feels kind of homely. The problem is, the original 1.20 house runs on a different world that I could probably still use it. The problem is, all the space I generated doesn't have any of the stuff that it needs now because, I forgot I had like 3 of these damn things. What is that? Glowstone dust. Man. It's been a minute since I played this. These are all empty, I think. Yeah. Finding the, yeah, getting these things set up, the inscriber, and finding the plates for them is a pain. And, that takes you down to the mines. This is kind of like an unfinished hallway. I was going to add more shit back there. A little enchanting area. Enchanting Plus, I don't think exists for 1.20. I want to see if it does. Enchanting Plus was awesome. I want Enchanting Plus back. It only went up to 1.12. Oh my god. Enchanting Plus Plus only goes up to 1.12. Oh my god, shut up! Who the fuck's dying? I can't respond right now, so. It's just a commercial fire alarm. I like, because I just press X and I can cheat in a bunch of enchantments. But that's probably better off that I don't have it. Anyway. You got the advanced enchanting table and all that. That's how I got, like, sharpness X, smite X, unbreak. Yeah, that's a little crazy. There's other ways you can break it in modern Minecraft. I should do... There we go. Much better. So, yeah, just a little, it's a little wonky. I have kind of grown fond of the L shape in housing, because I did this in my new one. I built, like, into them, and I would usually do this a lot. I would build a house, and I'd start with a cave, and I miss drying racks, though, man. Tinker's Construct removed drying Yo, Thomas, what's up? I'm sorry. I'm kind of going over some of my old Minecraft stuff for a bit of a refresher. I'm going to tell you, YouTube's probably not the easiest way to get a hold of me. But I will see chat and I'll try to respond. The Twitch it's more like an archival thing. But if that's where you're comfortable, by all means, hang out there. I think the Twitch should be linked, but if you want it, I can give it to you. Oh boy, ads, my favorite. But yeah, no, I miss these. So yeah, I played 1.7 for a long time, and I'm probably gonna keep this world. And I have a 1.12 version of this mod pack that I did briefly. I'll probably keep them as like a little fun exploration thing. Let me see if I can get a creative. Maybe that'll give me. No, it won't. There we go. Okay. Now I can. But yeah, so I actually really like this layout. Okay, let me show you. So obviously it's got the L, and I did this in my brief 1.20 before I rebuilt it to I added thin air and some other stuff, and then eventually when Thaumcraft comes out for 1.20, I'll probably be rebuilding it again. Mines that way. I do love this texture pack. I'll kind of clean this up a bit. I leave that open generally. There's my power. It's okay. It's starting to get a little hammed in here. I don't remember what this is. Oh, I was starting to build like a nice little, because I have mechanism upstairs, as you saw, and we'll get to that. So I built this. It's like another machine room. Eventually, I wanted to build a few lineups for like ore, but that's like all your thermal machines. This takes us out from underneath. Just a bunch of little, like a little basement hobble. This is all service shit. You don't want to come in here. I will say, I miss BC Transport. I don't know, man. Buildcraft is just the way. I don't know, man. It's just the better mod. They even updated it in August 19th of, or sorry, April 2nd of 2025. But there's no 1.12. It only goes up to 1.12. I think somebody is working on a Buildcraft update. Here's an April 1st update for the original Buildcraft. Again, April 1st, something must have changed. Why is all this Buildcraft shit getting updates? I guess they brought it up to 1.12. I heard somebody. Well, anyway, it's not that important. I miss pipes, though. Fluid pipes and all that. Looks very pretty. And then I got these power cables. This all works. But I found ways around it. I like Buildcraft a lot more, especially for EMC generators. The way I did it is really janky in the new one. But we'll see that in a bit. So, yeah, I just put a little... This is all a mess. That goes to the oxygen separator. I should make a generator for out of that. And then it goes in here. This is my little Tinker's thing. What the hell? Resonant Ender. Liquid redstone. What did I do to get all that? I built this to start getting lava. And this is just, so that's basically the, oh, and then you got upstairs, as you saw. Wait, no, that is upstairs. So everything's kind of a little wonky. But I kind of like it, you know, I like it like that. See that powder pipe you saw earlier runs into here. And realistically, this is all I've done in this world. I haven't explored too much, and that's the thing I never really, that's kind of what the one thing you do got to see. Well, let's see the village. The problem is the villagers in this one, I don't know what the hell happened with these mod lists, but they are bugged. I had to kill all of them because the problem is if you left any alive, I could eventually bring them back, but like, oh, there is one alive. We'll leave him. But I had to kill like it's a shame because I did a lot of work in just granted I was in creative, but like just cleaning up this, because the village spawned in this very wonky. There's actually 2 of them, I think. But you can see the village kind of spawned into the mountain, and it made an absolute mess. So I like laid out all this gravel. This is pre-path stuff. I walled things off. I made it look nice and pretty. I'm very proud of. There's another one. But as pretty as old villagers can, because we're gonna get into modern Minecraft. It is something else. We built this. You know, little these things were just overhangs, and there was no way to get to them. So I fixed all that. I made it actually look like a village. I'm quite proud of that. That was a lot of time, granted in creative, but still. So I'm pretty proud of, like I said, I did have to burn some of them with lava. That was a bit of a mess. But, it looks nice. Fixed up the walls best I could. I cleaned up the brush that was growing into it. And just, village spawns in this version can get wonky, so, with this mod pack. So, and then I dug this. Now, if you're wondering what this is, this dumps out into the mines. See, there's the mine down there. This dumps into my home. So very, very cool. So yeah, no, that's, if you guys remember, that's where we were at before. There's not a lot explored here because there's not much to explore. I honestly forget half the time I built a farm, but I kind of like it. It's actually like, because like mentally my house ends here, and then suddenly, oh wait, what? There's animals out here. Like, it's just through the trees. Very cool. See, there's the villagers up there. But I haven't really explored this a ton, and that's the thing about old Minecraft. So if we go, let's go over to one of these. Let's go over to one of these wooders. Well, that one's been a little, like, and even 1.12 has this issue a bit, though. I will say the 1.12 pack that I have does nicen up spawns a bit, like World Gen, where it's got like I remember being on there was like a little bit of a peninsula, but like there's just, I mean, it's pre-aquatic update, and I never knew anything different, but man, I never realized how much different. I mean, on some levels, I miss the simplicity. There's amethyst. I miss the simplicity of this these caving systems because, man, I'm still getting used to modern Minecraft. I'm getting better at it, but like I just would dig down until I found a cave, and that worked for me. But mining in modern Minecraft can get very confusing. So we're gonna shut this off. I'm gonna swap servers. In the meanwhile, I want to while I'm waiting for the server to boot up. While I'm waiting for the server to boot up, I want to see if we can get. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of cozy, and I definitely don't plan on abandoning it. But while we're waiting for the server to boot up, I want to see if I can get Stellar Blade running. I'm not going to play it, but I do want to stream it in the future because it's... Oh, cool. It even does come into the chat. That is good. I like that. Very nice. I should find a better, like, CSS for chat. I don't know. I kind of like the old color. It's the old color scheme. But it kind of works for this. It's compiling shaders. Wasn't doing that before. Let's give it a shot. Let's see how it runs. This will give us. We're only gonna run around a bit in the wasteland. See. I'm curious how well this game, because this game is surprisingly well optimized. It's under 50. So graphically, granted, I think it's running a lot of NVIDIA tricks with frame gen and shit, or DLSS and all that, and it's. I lament where the. I want to make sure. Somebody make sure Tangia works. But I want to see like in the distance you'll notice something interesting. It's definitely freezes a bit, but I think it's just because it just loaded shaders. Like if you see creatures in the distance, they tend to be a little stuttery. Like, actually, they're running pretty well. I kind of see it. See the second guy? Yep, see him right there, right by the you got the cliff side, and you come across right where right above Eve's head. See him? Yep, and then off to the left. See how he's kind of choppy? That's what happens in the distance, and I don't like that. But I mean, this game reminds me of Final Fantasy VII in regards of like graphics quality, like also gameplay. It's a very much a hack and slash. But I mean, oh shoot, I missed one. Let's see if I can get the counter. These the charge ones are always a little rough to get the timing right. Hell with it. So this is on normal difficulty. I promised myself to. We'll finish it off. I promised myself. So actually, it runs really well. I'm sorry if it doesn't look as good as it does for me on your end. Like if I don't know how stream capture works on this. It seems like it might have a bit of chop, maybe. My goal is to get. Ooh, that's right. I wanna do this real quick. I think the other one might be up here. I didn't check. But while I'm here, I might as well do that because I wanted to do that before I. But people are obviously going on and on about, you know, oh, just do Gunnar Blade, and yeah, I'm not gonna say it's hold on. There we go. Not bad. Sometimes it'll be in a random order. It won't go like sequentially like that, and those can be a bit of a bitch. But like the gameplay is just solid, you know. It's got a fun parry system, you know. It's not. The writing is Gunnar Blade. It's. I would say it's 2 bumps up from your typical. I don't know how this thing. It's gotta be missing one. Where's the other one? Found it. All right, we got to get rid of these guys. The dialogue can be like very simplistic and I want to say very anime-ish. And people will rave about some of the best animes in the world, but like even some of my favorite anime movies can have some shit tier writing. Like I love. Oh shit! Fucking. Are you? Mother. These things piss me off. And this is when you get in trouble, when there's like. I wanted to like charge him, but. Oh, almost did it. I almost did it, and I got fucking attacked by another. That's the problem. When you get multiple enemies attacking you at once, it can get overwhelming. Because you gotta really like isolate. I think there's a hard mode after a while. I think you have to beat the game to get hard mode, but that's okay because I'm really bad at games. So I usually would play a game like this on easy. I've made it my mission to beat this game on normal mode. I hear the boss can be quite difficult if you don't. Once you... But it is fun to play. Like it's not just hot women, but I'm not gonna say that. And like I'm not one of those people that like, oh, all Western games don't want to have hot women. Like people were bashing on. People were bashing on, what was that game? Star Wars Outlaws, and saying the main character was ugly. And I mean, yeah, she's not like Eve levels of attractive, but like, oh, I got a can. Yeah, it's like a little collectible you can do. It's actually a little disappointing, but at least I got it. All right. So I can definitely stream this. It definitely seems like the previews are a bit choppier. Let me pull it up on my phone. I want to see what it looks like on Twitch itself, because that might just be because my my GPU is prioritizing. That's the thing. I used to be able to run multiple games at the same. Like I used to be able to play like a game like this, borderless full screen, and watch a YouTube video. Now it's choppy. Whenever, like any video outside my focus. No, that's nice and smooth. Yeah, it's choppy in my preview, but the stream is smooth. So, I don't know why my, I don't know if it was an NVIDIA was like, yeah, we're gonna change we're gonna do a change in our, oh shit, wrong one. But like these little like rest spots remind me so much. That's what it is. Remind me of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So like graphically, I would put this on par with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't know about the second part, but I beat Remake, and I would say graphically, generally, this is on par with. Okay, we already did that. So we're gonna rest and then we're gonna log off on this. So graphically, I think this is very much on the same tier as Final Fantasy VII Remake. But the difference is Final Fantasy VII, and they both were originally released on PlayStation and both had no less than a year between the PlayStation release and the PC release, right? No less. Actually, I think Final Fantasy VII Remake got a lot of time. This got about a year. Final Fantasy VII Remake, the first part, is 97 gigs. So that's 100 gigs. This is just shy of 50. Final Fantasy VII Remake is double the size of that game, of Stellar Blade. Double. Yet Stellar Blade looks just as nice. Stellar Blade runs 10 times better, because I can tell you, I can barely stream Final Fantasy VII Remake. Honestly, it's not. I don't like to stream it too much because it's not a comfortable experience for me. It's not a comfortable experience for you. So, Stellar Blade, if nothing else, proves you can make a game look good, on top of having a attractive lead, which is a bonus. I'm not going to say it's the end-all, be-all. Again, people were ragging on Star Wars Outlaws. Actually, I think the Star Wars Outlaws lead was alright. I mean, again, not Eve levels attractive. She's not, like, Gooner bait, but, like, you don't need Gooner bait. It's nice. I think life without Gooner bait is substantially more boring. And I think it's nice when, I think, variety's the spice of life. Sometimes you get Eve, sometimes you get whatever the fuck the name of Star Wars Outlaws was, and sometimes you get a dude. and that's when you run. No, but no, it's I don't think she's that bad looking. Like for comparison, Elite I think is bad looking. Dragon Age Veilguard's characters are not terrible looking, but not attractive. Like, I'm not a fan. Some people like the art style, and that's fine. I don't like the art style of the characters. But honestly, going back, I don't think Dragon Age's greatest attraction has. I don't think it's ever really been standout in like character design. Inquisition was okay. They've always just been okay. Honestly, the only thing that really bothers me about Veilguard is what they did to Morrigan, or I forget her name, Morrigan. It's not the same character. She wears her hair totally different, and it's like, okay, that seems arbitrary, but like, that was the consistent thing through every game. She wore her hair the same, and now we're changing it, and the way she holds herself when she's introduced into Veilguard is not the way that Morrigan was ever introduced in the old games. She was more. She has a more reserved look to her. Now she's like some kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Let me launch Techness because we're gonna have to wait for much Minecraft. So I'll pull this up. She looks more like Queen, you know, in the Slay variety. Like I can see a bunch of fucking annoying people going, "Yes, Queen! I stand with her." Like, just she looks like she's like snooty dominatrix type, and not in an attractive way at all. And here is the picture I was looking for. Like, before, she's just like, didn't she live in the woods in like a hut? Like, she was very connected with nature. I was very young when I met her in Dragon Age Origins, so everything's very vague, and it's more approximations of how I felt about the encounter than what she said or did. But again, the way she dresses, she's more like almost like a druid, like very out of the way, reserved, staying away from people, doesn't want. That's what I remember. That's not this. And people go, well, she aged, she's old. It's not the gray hairs I'm complaining about. And if she's old, okay, she's got gray hairs. Where the fuck are her wrinkles then? That's not the same person. Full stop. It's not even that she's ugly, though. What the fuck is that outfit? It's just, somebody described it as the second pair of tits, and I 100% agree. It doesn't look right. It looks like, I know that's not the point, but it was a bad choice. It's a bad design choice in my book. But like, it's not the same person. It's just totally different. But honestly, that's the only thing that really driving me nuts about Veilguard. Veilguard was, more than anything, forgettable. I haven't played it a ton because it doesn't excite me. Honestly, the most exciting thing for it, you're gonna laugh, I like the world's art, the aesthetic of the world. I like it's definitely kind of new age, but that part of it is not bad. Like the it's a modern art style that's kind of used a lot, but like, yeah, all the purples and everything. I think it's overall it's a nice looking game. Just the characters can look a little weird to, what the fuck? That's not Morrigan. I'm trying to think of another example. Fable, that's the other one that everyone was bitching about. Yeah, they I mean, I feel like it varies from okay to in the trailers. They had some really bad. There were some bad stills floating around of that trailer. But I mean, not every game has to look pretty. You know, you don't always have to have an extremely pretty. What's another one that's got a not necessarily meant to be attractive, but are fairly attractive, and and kind of Plague, and like part of my that got me to start playing that was the fact that the main character is kind of attractive, and not meant to be kind of way, but like if you that's why I played Star Wars Outlaws. That's why I tried Dragon Age. We're just visual. It's the first experience you have with a game is what does it look like? So while yes, graphics aren't everything, it is really hard from a trailer to say what a game plays like. But if a game art style looks good, again, you've got an attractive character on the front. I like the font of Stellar Blade. Here, let me pull up. Let me swap this to Steam so you can see. I like the font of stuff, and I did like a little. I wasn't a big fan of the default cover, so I found this, which is obviously a little sexual, but I think it also just highlights the font, and I like the outfit a little more. So just something a little different. I like customizing because I have a ton of custom artwork. Because I added all these, and I don't think Adrift is in. No, it's a Steam game. I have a bunch of. I don't actually have a ton of adult games, but I have a handful of them. And every so often, I don't even remember getting this one. Did somebody buy this for me? But yeah, no. So see, like there's art. There's one. And it's Android. I mean, most of this is I'm scrolling through like 20 of them. But I try to find art that looks good and in the whole. But anyway, so like I was saying, I like this. The symmetry kind of it, the planet, the kind of spire of characters look. It's nothing new, but I think it looks good. And then I love the font in this game. Honestly, it was the artwork of this game, not just the main character, but like the font look, the way the game looks. It's a good looking game, and to me, that's your first draw for what's going to. Here's another example. Here, let me pull this back up. Tactics Ogre I just got. I've never played Tactics Ogre. I've heard of there was an N64 game. If I scroll down here instead of scrolling down. Oh, another great example that's not sexual in the slightest. But you want a game that just looks really good. I love this. 6 Days in Fallujah. Let me adjust this actually just a hair. This is the shit I do rather than actually play games. Okay, it did load. We're gonna finish this discussion up. Look, this background is just, and this is what I love about Steam, like how everything kind of just gently overlays as you scroll down. Gotta update that. I need to play 6 Days, but like 6 Days in Fallujah just looks amazing. Anyway, Tactics Ogre Reborn. I love this. I mean, it's a little overdone usually by Square Enix. In fact, I think this is a Square Enix game. But I love the kind of like pencil drawn art style, medieval. Like that looks cool. So yeah, it's one of those. Let me find. So yeah, a game. One of the things that makes somebody willing to pick up a game, especially for me personally, I will pick up games I've never touched before just because they look good. Let me see, it's gonna be down here somewhere. Usually that, or I see something that excites me in a random gameplay. Isn't Ogre Battle? Am I thinking of the wrong game? It's gonna drive me nuts now. Oh, here it is. Ogre Battle 64. Maybe that's Tactics Ogre. Oh, there it is. What is this for? Oh, it's a PSP game. That looks pretty cool. I need to move I don't know why I put the logo there. I think it defaults to there. I put it up here maybe? There we go. Let me see what the cover looks like here. It's under T. Trails of the Sky looks pretty cool. Like to me, the cover of a game is the first thing you see, so it should look good. I'm still waiting for an English patch for this. I love how this so this is a part of like Shining Force, the same series, as well as Shining Resonance Refrain. They're all part of the same series of Shining. But the PSP games never really got an English release. I think some of these have been patched, but Shining Hearts has zero English patch. There was somebody started working on it briefly. You can find a guide for it, but like I want it patched into the game. But yet there is an anime with an English dub about this game, and all I know about that anime is they bake bread. But it's the same three characters and this dude, and I have no idea. And some chick comes down, and there's like, it's weird. And then the end is just them fucking baking bread again. Like 90% of the game, the show is there. You go. It is, so like, your first impression of a game is what does it look like? So, well, you don't have to make it sexual. You do have to make it look attractive. So, if I'm not saying this is prevalent, I think it's less of intentionally trying to make characters attractive, more a new trend in art style for I want to see something. Hang on a sec. Okay, it is viewable. So I think it's less. We're gonna switch over real quick. Or actually, I can do cam only while I'm loading this up. I think it's less of a we're gonna make them ugly because how dare you sexualize women, or safe horny, as some people have put it. It's not about that. It's I think it's a few, very, very few devs do that, or come in do it because of that in some way. I think a lot of it is just devs following trends in art, like how cow art is taken over because it's cheap, and everybody else does it, so why not me? And it's easy to reuse assets and all that. So it's like there's usually the answer is usually not one extreme or the other. It's usually something boring in between. But I think, yeah, if you make your character look ugly, or it's less just the character, more just the art style. If all the people just look ugly and unattractive, like not just okay, actively unattractive, like every shot of the game is the bad stills from Fable. If even Fable looks okay, and I'll probably, if it comes to PC, I'm trying to think of an example. Honestly, and then there's just some art styles I don't like. I'm tired of seeing them. Apex Legends, I won't play because the art style has just run its course for me, and it doesn't seem exciting. I'm trying to think of an example. But to me, the graphics aren't everything, but it'd be disingenuous to say it's not a part of it. But there's many different ways you can make art. You can highlight the art of your game. You don't have to make sexy characters. And I think they chose to make Eve sexy. They chose to make all the characters sexy. But then they also chose to make the world pleasant to look at. Again, the dialogue's kind of shit. And like some of it kind of reeks of like, you want to know what really gets my goat in art style? And if you want a great example of this, look for the movie Hidden Strike, featuring John Cena and Jackie Chan. It feels like a Chinese propaganda movie. Like, it's got that near future, pseudo-futuristic style of like the bus they're on is all like a little too clean, like all these rounded edges that, and I can't describe why, but it's got a distinctly Chinese look to it. The bad guys are kind of American-y, but it's I think it is made by a Chinese studio, but it's just got this really like Chinese-y kind of like near future tech utopia kind of. You know, it's kind of like the modern take on something like Y2K aesthetic, where it's like, let me see if I can find a picture of it, because this takes a bit to load. And it's a shame, because I thought, oh, John Cena and Jackie Chan, this ought to be great. And it was just, it's like RoboCop, except without all the grunge that the 80s had. So, like, there is grunge, but, like, you see shots of inside the bus, and it's, like, yellow, black, and Stellar Blade has that same look. Like, everything's rounded and smooth and shiny and kind of leathery, latexy almost. I'm trying to think. It just feels... I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. It reminds me of Chinese. And it's also the show, like... Yeah, I think all these guys are... I don't want to say Chinese, but Asian. Except John Cena, of course. Well, that's arguable. We'll get to this in a sec. But, like, it's like that new age... Because, you know, and I think the reason it's Chinesey... I shouldn't say that. That's a bad way to put it. I think the reason we think of this, like, overly clean, overly round... Let me pull up what I'm looking at here so you guys can see. I think the reason we think of this overly clean art style, like great example. Think of Amazon. Think of the random products that you find on Amazon where somebody just mashed a keyboard and that was the brand name they came up with because it's quick. Like U-Time. What does that mean? That's just letters. It's just letters, you know? The buses are a great example. It's also horrible CGI, and it's just badly written movie. So some of the CGI scenes in this movie, I'm not good at spotting bad CGI. It's so bad that I can spot it in the movie. There's not really a good shot of it. But like every character's Asian, which is not an issue, but I think it's supposed to take place in China, so that makes sense. But it's definitely a... Do you remember how... And this has always been my go-to. Transformers, the 2007 movie. As much as it was a movie for Transformers, it was a hurrah, hurrah American propaganda piece. Here comes the... Let me see if I can find a video of this. I want to find a video. Hold on. Wait for that to... I'm trying to see if I can find a great shot that really highlights. Like just everything's so clean. And I think the reason we associate that with, like, China is the fact that in the 80s, for example, China was, like, impoverished and you weren't allowed to move between provinces and it wasn't rich. And, like, overnight, practically, China's built up. And so a lot of their infrastructure, their buildings, their technology is brand spanking new compared to ours has a little more age and wear and tear. And same thing with Europe. Europe a little less so, I say. And that's why it's all got this shiny kind of futuristic. That's why when you're in China, you see all these, you know, especially in the cities, you see all these shiny new things. And it feels like China because that feels like an identity for China because all their shit has been built in the last 10, 20 years, you know? What was I thinking of now? Oh, yeah. Transformers 2007. I want to see if I'm just going to try American prop. It was American military propaganda. Like, yep, here, this is it. It's funny because this is the exact scene. Like, I can't remember what they were doing, but just where it's, like, jumping back and forth between, like, you know, and all this radio chatter and shit. When they're under fire, and then the AC-130 comes in. It was when the sand thing comes in, and they're fighting. It feels like an American military propaganda poster. How many people do you think signed up to fight in Afghanistan just because of this movie? Yep, this is it. Wait, maybe? Oh, no. This whole movie just feels like a military propaganda piece. That's not what I was thinking of. Yep, air support. I think this was it. This is exactly well, Hidden Strike is like this, but for China. It's not really a propaganda movie, but like it heavily glazes up the Chinese military.
Give me status. Sir,
To
we're
the point
tracking
where
a
it's
special
basically
ops team under fire in
propaganda,
Qatar.
even if it's not
They say they're
paid for by
survivors
the
of the base
government.
attack.
Survivors.
Yup. This.
I ain't never seen this in my life.
Need gunships on station ASAP.
Predator's
And
coming
I
up in a
mean, to
minute.
be fair, I look back with this with fondness because I was a kid and I saw this, and this is the shit that hypes you up as a kid. And if I were 7 years old, I wasn't 7. 2007 is when this movie came out, right? Was it 2007? No, it had to be. Yeah, it was 2007. So 2007, I was 12? Wow, I was 12 when this came out? I thought I was younger than that. This is the shit you
Lincoln
want to
to call
see.
to the
If
nearest
this-
AWACS.
I was 12 when Hidden Strike came out, and I saw that. I probably glazed the shit out of the Chinese military. It is, no doubt, probably some level of propaganda. I want to make sure you can hear me all right throughout. It is, no doubt, probably some level of propaganda. I want to make sure you can hear me all right throughout. Okay, that is loud as shit. I need to get me a I'm eventually going to get bookshelf speakers and a DAC and shit. And I eventually want to get a setup where I can I guess that's not really going to be a part of it, but I want to get a setup where I can adjust the volume relatively easily of my voice so that you guys can hear me better. That might be the best use for a condenser mic. As much as I love this, I can't adjust this quickly with a condenser mic.
Man, if you seen this shit. Predator ETA, 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, this is propaganda. And I'm fucking wrong. Whether or not you love or hate propaganda, I need to rewatch these.
What is that?
I haven't seen the later one yet.
We need air support, and we
Yep.
need it now. Roll in strike package Bravo on unknown target. I authenticate Tango Whiskey at time 0300 Zulu.
Attention all aircraft.
Let's see if I can find a clip out.
Danger close fire mission.
Weapons, I'm just gonna call from Falcon Ops. Who's close to
highlight.
Killbox 1 Alpha?
Send the Hawk, sir.
Okay, send the Hawks over to Killbox
Yep.
1 Alpha. It's a danger
We're
close
talking
to
about
300 feet.
all the radio and shit. Nobody knows what's actually going on. Planes, radio, screaming,
Proceed Killbox
bombs,
1 Alpha.
smoke
Engage
grenades.
hostile.
Attack direction west. You're cleared hot.
I'm not gonna lie, this still gets my fucking heart going.
Star status.
Lennox, the heat's coming. Laser target. We got a beam rider incoming. Lay target. The heat's coming. What? Bring it.
Receiving radar JB in vicinity of target.
One day the Chinese will also have a plane that they can really hype up like that.
Freaking way that thing's still not down.
Spooky 3-2, use 105 shells. Bring the rain.
Be advised, ground teams requesting 105 Sable rounds.
It's also like 2007 was the same year that no, was it? Yeah, 2007 was Call of Duty. So Modern Warfare 2 came out after this. That was 2000. The military was just anyway. Let me see if I can find a clip of Hidden Strike to really highlight. Let me see if I can find. Let's watch the trailer, and then we'll get to Minecraft. I promise. Oh my god, I hate these pre. Oh no! Oh! You're just gonna see it. Oh my goodness! You can see it. I'm not even good at like usually telling. This one's not one of the worst ones. There was one coming, but like, okay, that's pretty bad. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, I'm gonna say if maybe maybe I wouldn't see it as a kid, but if Transformers looked like this, I don't think I'd be hyped up nearly as much. I think that's probably part of like what the fuck is this? It's a Chinook with a hind cockpit? What? Legally distinct Chinook? It just looks like a normal house. Like it just, everything looks too flat, and the environment is just not reflecting all of it. This even kind of looks flat, especially like here and here. There's another one. Look at that. This got some bad CGI. I mean, the jokes aren't as funny as I thought. I like, okay, it's gonna be a bad movie. Give me some good buddy action, but no, it's just not here. They don't have the chemistry in this.
Slow and put in the hole.
It's not that funny. Listen, what is XYZ Films? That's oh my god, this is an American film company? This is an American film company. Damn.
It's a team of international criminals.
The biggest oil heist in history.
Oh my god, it's another. Why does this movie look so bad? Yeah, it's.
These guys are a little bit on edge.
You guys do nicknames? Bald Eagle, Tomb Raider.
So it's.
Full disclosure, there's a lot going on here.
I think they're gonna shoot you.
Why?
Because the first time I see you, I wanted to shoot you.
Allez-moi ces enfoirés!
See?
That's I forgot about that. John Cena starts glazing up his Mandarin in the movie. Like, look at me, I can speak Mandarin.
I'm just taking back what they owe us.
Looks like we got ourselves an old-fashioned standoff. You go high.
There's got to be a story. Why is Hidden Strike so bad? Yeah, I know that. But I mean, there's a way of doing. It's not they don't have good chemistry. That's the one thing that could have saved it. We'll go through the ad break and then we'll start Minecraft. So see you guys on the other side. They don't They really don't. The jokes feel absolutely forced. Like okay, you can have a bad, predictable. Yeah, the humor definitely falls flat. I don't even think like Aging the Stars is the one thing. Like Jackie Chan still was just as good as he's ever been. I really don't care about John Cena's fighting ability, but I don't think he was that. It wasn't anything notably bad. It's just there's a way to make. The best way I can describe it is sometimes you crave junk food candy. Sometimes you want to watch Kindergarten Cop. I don't even say Kindergarten Cop. Or is that junk food? Kindergarten's a cool concept in and of itself. What's the movie I just watched there? Sometimes you just want to watch a goofy ass movie. Yeah, even I was watching a late 80s movie called License to Drive. That shit was funny. The cop goes, open the trunk, pulls him over. Okay, open the trunk, opens the trunk, and there's this fucking drunk chick just laying there like, "Hey there, how you doing?" And he's like, "What the fuck is that?" like you know it's coming. So the delivery is crucial, and man, it was just perfect. So there's ways to make these movies work, and it just doesn't work with Jackie Chan. It's not even Jackie Chan's fault. It's just Jackie Chan can be funny, the direction just wasn't there. The whole direction of the movie, it was just... Sulfur dust needs. Okay, and with that, we're back to actual Minecraft. But, so yeah, I'm actually, it's funny that I, all this time, there we go. That'll be when I restart it again. It's funny, all this time I thought it was a Chinese movie, because it absolutely isn't. It's an American movie, so shame on me and my prejudices. But, yeah, it's just bad. It feels like a cheap Chinese knockoff. I don't know. It's just, maybe that's racist to say. I don't know, but it feels like a low budget Chinese export junk to try and capture the you know, because as much as, you know, and to be fair, Transformers is a cheap export of trying to capture the American audience. We're gonna go mine, I think. And the only reason I don't mind that is because I'm an American. And as an American, yes, I want my culture exported, and I want to increase American influence. And as an American, no, I don't want Chinese influence to increase. What the fuck? So yeah, we've kind of broken the game. I'm just gonna point that out. This is we've got some broken shit, but there's still a lot to do. I mostly focused on getting red matter and building up EMC. So yeah, I've also got repair talismans. So even though like something like this is not, these are great for smaller areas. And, oh, I want to see something seriously broken. Watch this, ready? Let me find one. Here we go. Boom. So, yeah, we've kind of gotten, and eventually when I do, I'm gonna have to redo this because, oh, this is broken. You ready for this? It's gonna take a minute. Yeah. This is how I've been mining shit tons of resources. But, I've also got a repair talisman on, these things are easy to build too. Just need, so this is usually one of the first things that, you get like 60 with the hive events. You just need coal and diamond, that's the hard. You just need a few diamonds to build these things, and basically if you wear it, and then I keep one in the bag to repair anything I throw in here, and you're basically never run out of, you basically never run out of, shit. It's great. But now I don't even need that because I've got this. Mining those huge, or some things you can't do, but mining groups of the stuff is a little like laggy, so you got to be careful. But it's good for clearing out if you're looking for like cave systems. I can build a shovel too, and I probably will eventually, but I'm hoarding up red matter first. The black one was actually a little better. It wasn't, I didn't clear out as much, and it didn't take as long, but I don't know. I'm still working on my ME system at the moment. That's the hard part when I start getting like, you see this shit tons of resources I have, and it's like, what do I do with them now? I get so focused on building up resources. Like, okay, now what? So I am open to suggestions. We have, this is 1.20 for those who are interested in knowing, and you can go. And I'm open to ideas and suggestions. There's more shit that I might have mined. So yeah, anyone in the audience, you feel free to give me some ideas for what to do with my my base. I need to build my base. So what I actually need to figure out is how to do a nice I need to figure out how to build a this stuff is not supposed to be this easy to get, by the way. I just kind of cheesed the game a bit by so you can kind of glitch the game. This is why Project E was always kind of like, Project E is a fan pickup of Equivalent Exchange 2, which after Equivalent Exchange 3 they removed basically a lot. They changed a lot of how the mod works, where now you can't really just generate endless amounts of EMC without like it's a lot harder to do this now. Give it a sec. I think you can also make it get rid of pin pawn. Oh, did I make a... I made a pin pawn button! If I press this button, watch this. Hold on. So, you see the chat now, right? Now, I want you to watch this. I have a bunch of macro keys, and I don't know why I did this. I forgot, but I vaguely remember doing it. I have no idea why, though. And if I press G3 on my Corsair keyboard, I need to replace the, whatchamacallit, once that gets a little worse. Pin pawn. I think it's a ping thing to know how if the bot's working or whatever. I needed gold. That's what I need. Pin pawn. But yeah, so I want to gold. Oh, I have thin air. I'm waiting for Steam and Rails is the one mod, and that came out, so I now can make that. But I also need I also have a Twitch chat integration, which is nice. Oh, this thing. Oh, this is the one that thinks quicker. Oh, probably because it's deep slate. But Eventually, I'm gonna make a Steam Deck. I'm gonna get a Stream Deck to make this a little easier to do, rather than have the G keys do it. I don't know what I'll do with the G keys when I finally get that working. So I don't know. Ideas all around for that too. But I think the big thing is I want to build a tree farm, and then also a regular farm, as I was mentioning. That's the thing. Like, I'm always so lost on what to do with my Minecraft world. So I am open to suggestions. Feel free to chat them out. I ain't got much else to, so we're just kind of working on ooh. That's the only problem, is you have to really make sure you go high to go up. So with thin air, I have to wear this respirator while I'm in lower levels like this, or it gets a little hairy. They usually break over time. So you need a bunch of them. That's the cool part about the repair talisman, which is, by the way, is also an equivalent exchange item. So to show you how broken equivalent exchange can get. Oh, I'm also using this, which is an easy emerald. So if I take that off, it gets really fucking dark. I can also use this for local lighting, which is cool. So I can... I think being close to them... That's a signal torch. So, yeah, pretty cool. I, though, really like this thing, because it means I don't have to worry about accidentally I don't know, it's a little easier because I don't have to lay out torches. I know I've kind of like over optimized and taken a lot of the fun, I think, out of Minecraft, but you're not my dad, so there's a shit ton to do, and I do like some of these things. And you can always just not build them. Like, there's nothing saying you have to build. All of this. This is just how I always did it, because I don't like a challenge. I told you I wanted to play Stellar Blade on easy mode. But this allows me to mine through mass areas. I eventually want to do like RF dimensions, but I know nothing about it. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet. I missed diamonds. Hold on, let's wait till this finishes. There we go. So we're going to finish mining up a bunch of these resources, and then I don't know, we'll go from there, I guess. The only problem is this makes a shit ton of I know there's a way to turn this shit into EMC on the go, but I'll look into that later. For now, I take it home. I mean, I could just leave it, but the problem becomes that then I have to wait, and every 30 minutes it'll clear it, so I'll probably build a ton of... I can just delete it, but no matter what you do, it's just a time-consuming thing, unless you mark some of the stuff to be made in EMC, and then some stuff can't, and I don't want to like make it too easy to make EMC. So for now, we're just doing this. We'll clear once we fill up that bag. I then take it back and I dump it all into the conversion chest. Yeah, this gets a little stupid. But I need to start working on big reactors. I like cheated a lot of it in before, but now I want to actually on my old map. So I want to try and actually get it working. But for now, I've kind of built a pretty good way to make a shit ton of energy that I don't have to worry about too much. I need to build more ore. I mean, I have all this stuff I need to do, quote unquote, but it's like, why? Why am I doing that? Yeah, that's the hard part about Minecraft. But it is also very chill, so I mean. I need to build a Swift Wolf and all that. It is kind of crazy because I remember the lava caves used to be like really like shallow. Like you wouldn't be able to like you wouldn't have all this high ceilings, and I kind of miss that because it was a lot easier to light lava caves back then. Lighting this and keeping the... Ooh, you gotta watch out for being close to lava. That's... Honestly, that makes thin air a bit of a pain. I don't have enough food either. That does make thin air a bit of a pain. But, I'm adding it because eventually I want to add Valkyrian Skies and the Eureka mod, so we have, like, a bunch of cool airships and shit. That's my end goal. I had to create thin air compatibility, which was really useful for, the create thin air compatibility was great because I could use like create like tanks and shit to hold oxygen, but it makes going to the nether really a pain because like again lava. Let me see if there's an item that'll Yeah, see, it doesn't add. You can also get a... I don't know what that does. I don't know what those do, but, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Time to hit the pin pong button. God, I love that so much. So stupid. Negative 50. Yeah, basically, once you pass Y level 0 is when it starts getting tricky. It's cool. Eventually, what's going to be really cool is, I mean, I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of cool, like, you know, flying through the air and, oh, got to put on my, my flying helmet, but there is no real, like, doesn't quite work like that. It's more of a pain in the ass than anything. Maybe when I regenerate the world, I might get rid of it. Just because, like, I thought, oh, you know, you're in, you know, as you're going through the world, you have to put on your respirator. But like, I just leave it on because there's no consequence to not wearing it, and you know, to wearing it because ultimately the it just repairs regularly. So it's like, why? You know, like I think you have to. I thought it'd be cool with the flying machines thing, but it's really not. I'll probably just keep it. It's already in there. Yeah, I do want to try going near lava with a. I'm gonna cheat in one of those bladders. I'm kind of curious what happens. Let's give it a shot. So here, I'll take this off and you can see what happens. See? It basically is drying. Oh, Draugr's also, I don't know how to use these things, though. Oh! Fuck off. I assume the reinforced has more air than. One more. Going back in the trash. Okay, so they are kind of useful. Mostly for dealing with lava. I'm making a bunch of these because I need to make more 256k shit. I need more space. You can see I only have like one. Fuck it, we'll just use your yellow rum. I'm not making whatchamacallit yet. That's one way to. Yeah, you see how kind of ridiculous this gets. But it is pretty cool. So like, that's 64 gold. I need to make more logic presses, so yeah, this is my current system. This is generating very slowly blaze rods to fill this system. Seems to be working. This mostly because I wasn't able to keep up with one. See, the Buildcraft one was perfect because they would just float around in here and kind of like perfectly distribute themselves. With the macerator. The pulverizer and these things, just a pain in the ass. I miss the old way. But they don't seem to run out, and so what it does is it constantly draws like 10 at a time at like a certain tick rate. See, there it goes. Draws one in. I'm about to say another one. This one's ready. So it'll either, so when it generates one, it'll either So for the way it works is for every blaze rod you dump in a pulverizer, it creates 3 blaze powder, right? Except, so when you macerate a blaze rod, you get a blaze powder, right? Blaze rod is 153, blaze powder is 768. So that's actually like 21. So you're generating free EMC. So you dump in it, you make one, so from 1500 it just multiplies, and then from there it dumps it back into here, which converts it back into a blaze rod, but it's going to create like a blaze rod and a half per blaze rod per blaze powder that you dump in here. Plus you also get sulfur with the pulverizer, so that helps. So it just generates another blaze rod. The problem is, so then what you do is you have this thing connected to that. So when there's a blaze rod in here, right? It's either going to pull it to here, it's going to pull it to here, or it's going to pull it to that one. This is just to keep them topped off to make sure this one connects to all of them. So this one just slowly generates a blaze rod. Honestly, I don't think I need it. Here. Merry Christmas. This one just slowly generates to help out, I guess. I don't know. It seems kind of useless at this point. These I think are still Mark IIs. Yeah, eventually I have to build Mark IIIs for that. So yeah, it makes a lot of freaking EMC. Plus, what's also making EMC is the that whole flower there. So we generate quite a lot of EMC over time. But what we need is eventually I'll show you guys what we got. So my buddy is on this server. He is not on at the moment. This is my spawn base. Spawn is somewhere up there. You spawn on like a tree. You have to fall down. It's a bit of a pain. But we don't worry about it anymore. I need to build a farm. I've kind of been like healing myself. If you look, got a nice little water thing. But if you also look further out, you can see I haven't gone quite north enough to see. You're actually on a continent with a nice little bay. Oh, there's also a Lost Cities mod. I'm gonna when I regenerate the world, I'm gonna do less of this, but it is also really cool because these subways can be used for. I can put. Oh, there's also like random ass oil rigs. It's really cool. I went and explored around a bit. You can find some really cool shit in the Lost Cities, and there's a ton of it. You can spend all day just doing that. These subways are pretty cool. Seem to spawn like the one area that doesn't have a subway. So yeah, it makes continents and islands, which is really cool. There's also just random ship over here. Oh, that's right. I was looking for. I found an amethyst. There's supposed to be other continents. I've never seen one this big. Usually the starting one's pretty big. That's because of the continents mod. I'm not sure what I feel like about it. I kind of like Vast Ocean, especially because I have a bunch of ship mods. But I don't know. Then every time you find a village, it makes a waystone. So my buddy's spawn is we're kind of working on our own a bit. We are kind of sharing a bit. Hasn't been as much need to share. He decided to build his house in the village. He's gotten more into tinkers than I have. I usually am building, you saw, the smeltery and the other one, and I'm going to build like a super smeltery, but I've been focusing too much on that stuff. He's got a little ME system going. He's got 264s. I'm doing 256s, which is why. And he's doing pretty good. You can also do what I'm doing, which is generate. The only problem with this is it gets a little. I don't know what the transmutations are. He like we all beeline for our own shit. Energetic infuser. I think that's for powering up shit. Hmm. I think he expanded this or something. I don't know. Very cool though. I need to build a house. The other spawn. There's spawn base. There's river base. These things randomly spawn with the. I'm gonna turn into a flying fish. Thin air kind of fucks up your ability to water breathe as a fish, which sucks. So actually, for that reason, I may remove it. Because it really doesn't add as much as I thought it would. And the thin air compatibility for create is broken now, so. That's, yeah, they just gives them random names, like Amazon shopping kind of names. Yeah, I'll show you what kind of stuff. These are it's made of clay, terracotta. It's made of stained glass. Let me see. One of them has, like the subway tiles have quartz tiles, which are really useful. It could be useful for finding. I found a gas tier on one of these things. It's lagging a bit. I don't know how to get in there. I don't want to break anything right now. Ooh. I think I already went through this one more or less. No, yeah, it's kind of funny that flying fish can fly. Don't question it. Yeah, there's a ton of like these are quartz blocks of quartz, which are really useful for getting quartz instead of going to the Nether. Let me go find river base. So my plan is to eventually relocate to the river base. Once I get all the shit I need for ME, I'm gonna slowly work on building here. It's just like a little basement area. That's gonna be the basement, and then the actual house is gonna be made out of wood up here. So it'll be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, this base is even coming along really nice. You guys can see I got a bunch of little access ports. Oh, we also have seasons, so yeah, the seasons just change. That just happens. You just gotta be careful not to shift create or you'll like craft. Good news is I got a uncrafting table. That was a pain to get set up, but I did. They're a bit difficult to build. Throw this in the hopper so I can get rid of all this tin. Slowly getting rid of it. pain. I should build more, I should build like a transporter pipe to come out of here and like do like 3 or 4 redstone furnaces. But honestly, the mechanism system is better. Oh, nobody cares about your stupid free viewers. What was I looking for? I need, that's right, I remember now. It's over here. I need to build more 1K storage. These things are a bit of a bitch. I need more calculating presses, which in order to do that, I need more... Oh, it's... And the logic press. Yeah, I went a little crazy. Need to, there we go. Build some sky stone. Diamond. There we go. 56, and oh yeah, Dimension Shards have a shit ton of EMC. Lower one. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute of... Oh, there we go! All done! This one will make more... Please come out of the bathroom. That's our logic press. Need redstone. Got 800 redstone. That's the cool part about this. The funniness of the big move laxatives never hit me as a kid, and I'm sad. There we go. We need 16. We need 3 of these, which requires 3 of these. Let's see. I need in order to make a 256. I need another 256 first. In order to do that, I need 3 of these. 3 times 3 of those is 9 of these, which requires 27, 4K, 16K. Wait. 256. Oh no, hold on. Requires 364s. So 27 times 3. I need 81 of these things. I've got 1. 3 times 3 is 9. 99 is 18. I got 19 of them out of 81. I don't know. I've just been kind of going crazy making them. So this is going to be a little bit boring, I'm going to be honest. So I have a lot of... I can fit 2 fingers in my belly button. Got it. Ugh. Well, actually, it should be 16 at a time, right? Yep, there we go. There's 17. Well, that's right. I need to... Alright, we need 4K. We need some quartz glass. God. Redstone. Again. That's right, I have to do... We got 8. Now we need glowstone. Okay, we need one more ME storage. So we can make one more 4K. So now we have 3 16s. Okay, now we have to make there's a 64. I need 3 more of these. I need 6 more of these. Yeah, you see how fun this gets? I love it. Let's see. So I need 64. I need 2 more 64s. So I need 27 times 2. I got 54 left. I need more. That should cover us, more or less. Like 54 divided by 16 is going to be... Oh boy, I know. I need to do that 3 times. I need to make... Oh, one way to do it. Oh, we do have a 4K. I just made that. I'm an idiot. 5, 4... This is a bitch. This is why it's nice to have a shit ton of resources before you start doing this. Let's see, so that's 3. 3 for a 4K. That gives me 3 16s, so that gives me 1 more 16, so I just need another stack of these things. Oh, okay. Well, the good news is I have plenty of... I fucked up. Wait, what? Did I? Oh no, I need to... Hold on. There we go. Split. And split. And we need more redstone. That'll get us started. 16. Stack for 16 of these things. Seed Special Man. This is another 10 of those. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I need more gold ones probably. Well, let's see what we got first. Let's see where we're at. There we go. It's going to be a bit of a bitch, but we should be able to... Like I said, just make a shit ton of them. You're going to need them. And we get one extra. Gives us 4 though. That's not too bad. How much glowstone do I have? I need to make more. The good news is I got plenty of quartz. How could you let that happen? Ooh, I fucked up. Gives me 2 more, which means I can build a 256. Right? Yeah. Perfect. Oh, be right back. Alright, we're back. More or less. The good news is I can start adding... I want to start adding, Foot stuff to here. I built the, second one. I need to build more. I could probably do smaller ones, but... I need to build another one if I'm going to put ores in there. I want to make... And then I've got all this stuff, but at least I'm getting started. Ooh, I can put glass in there. Trying to get all the mass shit in there. You can see the joy of... The simple joy of making more. Honestly, I may just leave ore alone and put it into the system via an insert so I can just drop it in there. I usually don't do it that way, but that might be the better way to... I could do that with the whole system. I would like to... These are just, like, collected supplies. I think this is what I want. I'm debating what the best way to do this is. Ooh, I turned it down. You got abyssal stone. Most of the stone in that one was, it's all mostly... There. Attack the Wibbles. I need to make more. I use appetite because I don't really need that for what I'm doing. I could use a dark matter. That would make a shit ton of glowstone. Let's do it. Oh shit, I fucked up. What was the other thing I wanted? Oh, I need some more redstone. Didn't actually make as much as I wanted it to. I don't want to burn. That's honestly, my main focus has been generating these as EMC. And if I put 4 of them, I can make a red matter block. 4, 6, 4, 6, 6, 9, 4. That should be about the same. I'm just gonna leave them as red matter. It used to have something called quadruple or octuple cobblestone, which was basically existed just as an EMC holder. There we go. So if I do this, I could do that. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to build an ME interface. So we need to build formation core, annihilation core. We need annihilation and formation cores. We need a formation out, which I have 1 of, but I'm going to make more of these things. Iron, we need 2 regular glass. We need fluix dust, which I think is here. No, maybe not. Ooh. That's a charge for charging crystals. Oh, that got really laggy. Where is the fluorite? Formation core, I need more charged Certus quartz. I think the other one is... and nether quartz. Oh, and the other thing we need is... I need to make more logic processors, so... let's press 10 of these. And then we need the silicon inscriber. Mega interface. Strong union. Oh, we need the logic processor, which I, for some reason, don't have yet. Oh, I guess they both use the logic. I thought it was... I need iron. And we need more Emmy smart cables. These things are, I made a bunch of these to, need to make another Emmy interface. I need glass. Ooh, I need to make more of the nether quartz. I should make one more of these. Well, I got it. And then I can use that for that one. There we go. There's one. We'll just throw this down for the moment. There we go. That gives us, I thought that was going to work. I thought that would work. Let's try this. Why is the... Why is that not working? Alright, well I think we're going to call it there.